everybody, and welcome to another episode of You're Not My Type, Bro. A show where we talk about politics, social issues, the entertainment industry, current events. We talk about me, we talk about you, we talk about him, we talk about everything that comes across our desk. And today, we're going to really get into some really fun and good stuff that we have planned. How you doing, Marco?
I love it, and thank you all for this amazing feedback for the first two episodes of our new setting. I mean, we really felt the love. I feel like we have something special going on here. And I know, hard to believe coming from a black gay guy and white immigrant, but hey.
Nothing special comes from those types of people, ever.
The fact that they allow us to be alive, it's awesome.
I know, right? All right.
What you got, baby?
Well, I'm happy to say that I got the car back.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
from your car accident.
I got the car back.
Yeah. No. Your husband's car accident.
Yes, his car
Okay,
accident.
that's
It wasn't his fault, but the accident did happen. We were without the car for about a month. We just got it back this past week, and it feels so good to be in
got
an
to rent a
electric
car?
vehicle. We had that Corolla, remember?
Oh, that's
the
right.
stupid Corolla that
God.
and it's weird now because now that I'm back in the electric car, it's a Kia Niro. Sponsor us, Kia. It's a Kia Niro, and all electric, and the steering wheel now is a little bit. It's hard to turn now because everybody and their mom has driven that Corolla. It's a rental car. So it's super loose. So now I'm just having to adjust again to the car. But I'm so happy to have it. And
Because your rental car was a gas car.
it was a gas car.
Oh, yeah.
Now we have our electric car back, and
And it's hard
I'd be
for you people who don't know, going from a gas car to electric or vice versa. On the electric, you have instant power.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, when you
why I
step
love
on
it.
it, man, it's like literally it's like a sports car.
Yeah,
It's instant. It's fun. It's so much fun. And when you go to the gas, you step on it and nothing happens for freaking 7 seconds.
It's so frustrating, and I had to live like how do you people that drive gasoline cars that aren't like Ferraris or something live?
You
Like,
know
I
what
don't
I mean? It's
understand
terrible.
it.
It's
crazy.
miserable. It should be punishable by death. Yeah.
But I'm
But
here.
even more so, I'm trying to picture you two sexy beasts. Again, these guys look like Greek statues in a fucking Corolla.
Hey, you know what?
How's that good for your gay image?
It got us from point A to point. How's a Kia good for our good image? I mean, come on. Let's be real about that. Come on.
You and Payton need to be in a Rolls, man, or like a Bentley, the
Yeah,
way you
yeah.
guys style, man.
Yeah, but I'm happy to have the car back, and that's something that I won't be complaining about this week. But since I am talking about complaints, I think it's time for us to go into cocktails and complaints. Cheers, buddy.
Nothing wrong with a little gin and tonic? Oh boy, that hits.
All right, so
Ooh, that will kill germs.
you were sick.
Yeah, I was
sick
sick.
for a
Yeah,
minute. Yeah,
I
you were
was
sick for
sick.
a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. I'm not contagious anymore. As you can tell, I have the super sexy Bonnie Tyler raspy voice. If you're even old enough to know who Bonnie Tyler is,
Tyler, you gotta love a raspy voice, right?
you know who Bonnie Tyler is.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, total eclipse of my.
Oh yeah, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Okay, cool.
She has that she never smoked, but she has
It's like a Bonnie. That's like a Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Bonnie Tyler's different, but she has like that raspy kind of smoker singer voice,
Like Nina Simone.
Yeah, kind of, I need a hero. It's kind of like, and I love that. It's just super sexy. Her voice is just so. You know what else? Melissa Etheridge.
Oh yeah.
She has kind
I
of
like
similar
Melissa
voice.
Etheridge. Yeah.
She had kind of something. She can have that raspiness. You know what I mean? I like her a lot. She's a great singer.
Don't mind us guys. Just musician talk.
No, that's
here.
it.
Just musician talk. I'm a musician
That's
too.
it for today.
I
See
can
you next
sing.
week.
So we were talking about complaints, cocktails and complaints, and I'm going to jump into this right away because I want to pick up where we left off last time we were talking.
Yes.
Because we talked about Payton getting into the car accident, and you were saying how, he needs to make sure that he's doing all of these things for you, and then I said to you, no, he does these things for me all the time.
Oh, that's right. You were going to come back
Okay.
to that. That's
And then-
right.
And then I got caught in a moment where I was like, he does these things for me. He does these really wonderful things for me. But he's doing this thing for me recently that has driven me a little bit crazy. So this is for you. I wanted to complain about it.
We're
So
getting behind the scenes look.
you're getting
into
behind the scenes.
gay
Behind the scenes of my
couples
life.
making.
Yes.
I like it.
16 years, which was just celebrated on Tuesday. We just celebrated 16 years on Tuesday.
Did you give him a nice gift or vice versa?
Actually, he made me dinner, and we just kind of like spent the evening together. So it was nice.
Ooh, did you make a love?
I'm not going into detail.
I tried.
about that.
Damn it. I'm gonna try.
But anyway,
I tried. Sorry, guys. Next time.
yeah. Next time we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about his. No, so anyway, like I said, he does all these nice things for me. Back in September, we've been going through a lot just in life in general.
Yeah.
And I met this photographer guy, and I did a shoot with him, and he really got talking about like meditation and spirituality and all these things. And I was like, I'm gonna give this a really good shot. I'm gonna
Okay.
try this. And so I went home with him, and I was like, hey, listen, this is what happened. I'm going into this meditation space, and I really want you to do this with me.
I know you guys been on that. Yeah.
And he jumped on board with it. And not only did he jump on board with it, he ran with it, right?
Payton.
Yes, Payton.
Wow.
So I jumped on board with it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to do my meditation. Yeah, positivity, energy. You just cut me off, but God bless you. All that kind of stuff.
Good luck staying positive in LA.
Yeah. Positive energy, right? So, and I continued to do the meditations. He took it further. He got into breath work. He was watching
nice.
all these videos about spirituality and
Good.
there's this thing called, I can't remember the name of it. He'd have to be here to talk about it, but it's this whole cycle where the oil from your it goes down the spine and all this whole shebang spirituality thing. And
And
so
for you guys who don't know, meditation is really about breath control.
Yes.
And how you start disconnecting. At some point, you feel
and it's
like
hard. It's challenging to do.
It's very hard. No.
the beginning,
No,
yeah.
it's really
very
hard.
challenging to do.
To meditate properly is hard. I've done it, and you got to get to a point where you're kind of suspended on a string and get rid of these thoughts. And it's really hard. It's really hard.
Well, he's become an expert now, and every morning he gets up and he does his breath work and he does his meditation. I do it for the most part every morning too, but sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to skip today because I have other things to do. But he's on it, and as part of this journey, he's watching tons of YouTube videos and all these people that are into spirituality and things like that. And the first thing that happened, sorry, let me backtrack. I want to get this wrapped up pretty quickly, but I want to tell you the story. He purchased these. This has nothing to do with the spirituality. This happened before that. But I use tube toothpaste. A lot of us use tube toothpaste, right?
Of course, yeah.
There's a company called Bite, and they're little bites of I don't know what it's made out of, but you toss 2 in your mouth and you use that, or 1 in your mouth and you use that to brush your teeth.
Interesting. Never done it.
It foams.
Uh-huh.
It's easy to travel with, supposedly, but it wasn't foaming enough for me that I liked it. So I was like, screw this. I'm going back to my toothpaste. And he's like, no, the toothpaste tubes. Just use this, and you can order refills of the bites, and you just put them back in the one jar that they sent you originally. And so he was on me about that, and I was like, look, I don't like this. He's like, use 2. That'll foam more. Use 3. So I did that, and it did foam a little bit more, but I still didn't care for it. Whatever. So I went back to my toothpaste. Fast forward to now, we're in this spirituality phase, and I come home, and there's this big package from Amazon, and I'm like, this looks like some kind of countertop appliance. We don't have money to be spending on anything like that right now. What is this? He's purchased a water distiller.
Oh, wow.
Because everything that he's been saying, there's all these chemicals in the water, there's fluoride in the water. We want to get the fluoride out of the water. So he now goes through this process of distilling the water. It takes like 3 hours. You put it in this thing, and overnight, the distillation, it drips, and then you have there's nothing in the water anymore.
We even have a purifier that we use in the bedroom when we sleep.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I was like, okay, why did you spend money on this? Okay, whatever. And so he made me toss out my Brita filter, and so I can't use Brita anymore. And then you have to, like, what he calls remineralize it. So you have to put like a dash of salt or something in it. And this water is too salty.
Salt, yep.
It's too salty. And I'm telling him that. I'm like, it's too salty. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. He's like, I'll balance it out. I'll fix it. So he's getting around to fixing it. It's still a little bit too salty for me. But I had made a grocery order and ordered 2 tubes of my Colgate, my whitening toothpaste. Put it in my personal own drawer in the bathroom. And he comes into the office where I'm working. He's like, here, use this. And it's like 3 packages or 3 bundles of a new toothpaste. It doesn't have the stuff in it that the other toothpaste has in it. It's supposed to help you remineralize your teeth. And I'm like, where's my toothpaste that I just spent $10 buying 2 tubes of toothpaste on? He's like, I got it. I put it somewhere. You don't need it. And I was like, what do you, just give it to me. Just give me the toothpaste. Because I didn't want him to like throw it away. I just spent money on that. I was like, if you don't want me to use it,
man.
Yeah, if you don't want me to use it, I'll go donate it somewhere. Don't throw it away.
Yeah, exactly.
He never put the toothpaste back in my drawer. So now I'm using this new toothpaste. Guess what? It doesn't foam either. So now I'm sitting in the bathroom, like putting up, I don't know how many drops of toothpaste on it, trying to brush, and it's very like waxy, the texture of it.
I
so
can't wait to see the insert graphics you're going to do for this, man.
I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible, and I'm just like, okay,
man.
I'm gonna go with the flow. But if I go home and one more thing is changed, that I'm used to and accustomed to, that I like and that I prefer, I'm gonna lose my shit. And I appreciate him wanting to help me and remineralize me and all those things, but it's like, dude,
remineralize.
It's like, can I just please have my fucking Colgate whitening toothpaste and my regular water? Come on, dude.
Oh man. Well, cheers to Payton on a mantra trip. I like it.
On a
Go
journey.
Payton.
He's
I
on a
love
journey.
it.
What about you? What you got for us?
My complaint of the week, I'm going to go in a completely different direction.
Okay.
I'm going to offend some people.
We can only hope.
And that's okay. Everybody relax. It's this woman's right to do that. It's a free country, pursuit of happiness. But guess what? Freedom goes both ways. It's my right to not like it, and her right to not like that I don't like it, and vice versa. That's the beauty here. Nobody's going to get killed. By the way, there are countries you'd be probably killed for what you did.
That's very true.
Okay,
Well, depending on what she did, I don't
Well,
know yet.
What she did, I'm at this acai place because I'm on this acai bowl thing. I like acai bowls.
Antioxidants, all that good stuff.
Apparently, they're healthy for
Yeah.
you, right? And it's just funny. You can't even get a real answer anymore. You got to watch. Yeah, it's healthy, but in moderation and too much sugar, blah blah blah. But apparently, an acai bowl, if it's a good quality acai bowl, it's good for you. And I'm sitting at this very nice acai place, and next to me sits this lady talking to another lady, and it's one of those ladies you can tell she's probably not the biggest fan of men.
How could you tell that?
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
And she, for one, she was wearing Birkenstocks,
Okay.
which is an instant death sentence.
Yeah.
If I was king, luckily I'm not. But that's okay. I can forgive the Birkenstock. Then, of course, now I'm like Peter Griffin in an episode of Family Guy. I can't look away. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm staring. So now my whole existence while eating the acai bowl becomes making sure I can stare at her without her noticing. Because that's, I guess, what normal people do.
Okay, so why are you staring at her? Just because of the Birkenstocks?
Correct. Well, we'll get to that because I have a foot thing. And
Oh, that's right, you do.
Correct. And when I
That's
see
right.
nice
Yeah.
feet or ugly feet, now I have to stare.
Okay.
So her feet were okay, but at this point I'm far checked out on the feet. I'm not even at the feet anymore. The feet don't even register because I'm emotionally shut down.
Okay.
I'm an emotional wreck now. So the next thing I notice is, and again I'll forgive that too, that she doesn't shave her legs.
Okay.
Okay. So now, as you obviously can sympathize, it's becoming very difficult to enjoy the acai bowl. But then the cherry on top happened. Then they started laughing. Her and her friend had this great conversation. I don't know what they were talking about, and I don't care. But then she went like this and leaned back.
Okay, I know what this. Okay, yeah.
She doesn't shave her fucking armpits.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to be delicate here. Because again, I get it. It's a free country. And women here have equal rights, and they can do as they see fit. And I have the right to love it or not love it, and she has the right to love or hate that I don't love or hate it. And it's this beautiful cycle of the freedoms we have here. But I think this should be illegal. I think it should be punishable by death, and I think she should be banned. And okay, no, of course not. I'm kidding, but why?
This is giving that whole back in the past, that whole Pamela Anderson no makeup wearing thing. How you're like, oh,
Listen,
she needs to wear makeup.
I can even do the no makeup thing, but you know the thing, she had this vibe about, you know how certain people have an aura?
Yes.
And I don't even think she actually enjoyed being like that, because I don't think a normal human being wakes up in the morning, a woman, and says, okay, if I put on Birkenstock and I don't shave my legs and my armpits, there's something. It's like you're trying to go out of your way to prove something, to purposely, in a triple reverse psychology, prove that it's okay. There's nothing. And again, God bless you. Hey, I will defend with my life your right to sit there the way you sat. But dude, I'm just like, I didn't even finish my acai bowl.
It's like
And it's my fault for staring at her. I could have just turned around, but I can't. And that's its own topic. You see, I can't turn around now. I can't just be like, oh, God bless her and move on with my life. I'm now obsessed sitting there, not enjoying my acai bowl that, by the way, cost fucking $15, and staring at her. And then when she went like this and leaned back and I saw her like orangey arm, I'm just like, God, girl, what are you? Theo, educate me.
why didn't you just, if it was bothering you that much, why didn't you just take your acai bowl to go and go home so you don't have to see her hairy armpits?
But see, that's the thing. On paper, that will make sense to do.
Yeah.
But, when you see an accident on the freeway, what do? We look.
Yes.
Right? You see something that's like
Yes.
you look.
You
Right?
rubberneck. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, for sure.
Right. So I'm obsessed. I think this woman probably noticed that I'm staring at her.
I'm
I
sure
was
she
like
did.
this.
Not with your mouth open.
Yeah. I,
If your mouth was open, she might have thought that you wanted something from her.
and I.
You like the hairy armpit women.
I don't even know where I'm going with this,
Yeah.
but this has emotionally scarred me. It's been a difficult week because I already had a cold. I'm already brain fogged, and then having to look at a woman in Birkenstock that doesn't shave her legs and has armpit hair. I mean, in France, I get it, but man, and my complaint is that I had to be traumatized and live
You
through
had
this
to
experience.
endure.
Yeah. How do you feel about women that don't shave their armpits, their legs, and wear Birkenstocks? In no particular order of priority.
I mean, the Birkenstock thing, I don't care. The
Because Birkenstock tell you so much about a person already.
I mean,
If
you're
you're wearing,
automatically assuming. I think what you were saying
oh, I'm
about
totally
Birkenstock
assuming.
is you're automatically assuming that she's probably like a lesbian. Is probably what you're assuming. Yes?
I don't know what she is, but I promise you, she's no friend of men. Yeah, or fan of men, I should say. Yeah.
Okay. And as far as the hairy armpits and the hairy legs go, like, I mean, we're just accustomed to not seeing that, and so when we see something that's out of the ordinary, it draws our attention, right? That's why you couldn't pull your eyes away from this
Oh, it
woman.
was so gross.
And women are, say, forced to adhere to this standard in society of like, you need to have shaved armpits because only men are hairy. Women can't be hairy. That's that whole beauty aesthetic, right? And so,
But maybe certain
mean-
things in society come from a certain place, so if they're rooted in they kind of
well, what would that be?
make
rooted in?
sense. I don't know. Listen,
It doesn't stop them from having babies. It doesn't stop them from having a job. It doesn't stop women from doing all the things that women do.
Absolutely,
do
no,
if they
no, not
have
at all.
hairy armpits or hairy
And
legs.
listen, by the way,
it may
this-
stop them from attracting some men,
agreed.
but maybe they don't want to attract those men.
you know,
You know?
yeah. And listen, for all I know, this woman could be a CEO of a company.
Yeah,
And God
yeah.
bless her if she is. But listen, again, God bless you. I hate it, but I will defend with my life for your right to do it. And you know what? I look forward to the insert picture if you can find one to put that
Oh,
in there.
I'm sure there are plenty. There's actually an Instagram video of this woman, and she was like doing her beauty routine and putting her lotions on, and then she raised her arms, and it was just all hair.
Oh.
And it was like it was some kind of cream or lotion for underarm hair for
Oh.
women, I think it was. So it's a thing. Like it's
And
you know.
another thing, by the way, about having hair under there is that you smell more. Because naturally, by having hair and then sweating, it's a hygiene thing too. You know what I mean? And I don't, listen, it's not about me being a traditionalist or whatever, but yeah, I mean, to me, I just thought it was it's an emotionally traumatizing experience.
There's
It's very difficult. Yeah.
there's crunchy granola girls or women. There's crunchy crunchy.
Did you say
grano-
crunchy
I did say
granola girl?
Yeah. Crunchy, yeah, like a granola girl. Basically, what you described is like a granola girl. Like she, hairy armpits, hairy legs, doesn't shave. Like maybe she has dreadlocks. I don't know. Like a crunchy granola dude is the same way. He wears like Birkenstocks as well, and like you guys know what I'm talking about.
And the stereotype, of course, is French women not shaving armpits. That was always the famous thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. No. If I went on a date with a girl and I saw armpit hair, I'm fucking.
You'd be like, I'm out. I'm done.
No, I'm out. No, I'm out. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that complaint. I'm sure all the women. I'm sure that's just going to motivate all the women out there to make sure that they're shaving so they can attract Marco and not have to have him staring at them where they're trying to enjoy their acai bowl. So, guys, today is one of our favorite shoot the shit episodes. We're just going to throw some topics out there. We're going to discuss them. Hopefully, you guys will get into the comments and give us your thoughts on these topics as well. And Marco, you and I, we've known each other for about 20 years now.
Yes.
And
Long
so,
time.
yeah. We've never really discussed this,
Ooh.
but...
And I don't know what he's about to say.
Yeah, we've never really discussed this, but we've never had a reason
My
to discuss
sexiness,
this.
my absolute IQ.
We
of
definitely have never
130.
discussed that. But this we haven't discussed. Like I said, we've never had a reason to discuss it. We don't really have a reason to discuss it now, other than the fact that I'm a little curious and I want to kind of see where your mind is.
Okay.
We did briefly touch on this last season, but no one, I believe, really gave any definitive answers to it. And if you don't answer this question correctly, then it's like we don't know each other at all.
Ooh.
I don't know if we'll be able to film together
Oh my
anymore.
God.
Because
This might be our last episode.
yeah, it's like if you don't answer this question correctly, it's like, you haven't been paying attention to me all these
Oh,
years.
wow.
And that's gonna hurt. It's really gonna hurt.
All right.
So
You hate vagina.
I think we got that covered.
There's a teaser.
But hate is such a strong word. It's such a strong word. So, do you think,
Mm-hmm.
am I a top or am I a bottom? Now, before you answer this question, I want you to answer it in a specific way.
Okay. This is amazing. This is why I love the show.
I want at least, you can give me more if you want to,
Uh-huh.
but I want at least 3 full responses,
Uh-huh.
and I want you to frame them like this.
Okay. Wow.
Okay?
Theo.
I think you're a bottom because
Oh, because of.
I've seen you paint your toenails.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
Theo, I think you're a top because you eat whatever you want. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about
Okay.
that. And then I want you to put that out there, and we're going to discuss it because I'm curious. That's going to tell me where your mind is, because these are not going to be things that you just make up. These are going to be
Right.
things that you actually have observed about me.
And I
know
remember
about.
we discussed this, and I learned a lot. It's a big deal in a relationship who's top and bottom, and how this all works, and when you meet, and how that all comes about. And certain people are always tops, and certain people are or bottoms, and certain people are open to depending on the relationship and
They're
partnership.
verse.
Exactly.
They're verse.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I wanted to throw that out there because I was just curious. Because like I said, we never discussed this. We never had a reason to discuss this. But I just want to know where your mind is and how you see me.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know?
Okay. Well, Theo, I think you're a top.
Okay.
I think you're a top, and wow, I never thought about this. I think you're a top because I think you, because of your personality, I think you strike me as somebody who likes to be in charge in the relationship, and you take great pride in taking the lead, and I think that would translate to the bedroom.
Okay.
And since that translates to the bedroom, and that would kind of make you that in a traditional relationship, the male dominant or whatever, how you want to look at it, right? In a, well, that's kind of silly too, because in a traditional relationship, the girl is just as much on top on, but that means top and bottom means obviously something else with respect to a gay relationship. So I think because you strike me as somebody who takes the lead and always takes the initiative, the way I've known you for 20 years, I'd be surprised if that doesn't transfer to the bedroom.
Okay.
And so if you told me right now that you're a bottom, I will be actually pleasantly surprised, because it wouldn't make a difference how I feel about you, but I will be surprised because what I just said wouldn't then have any logic to it. Wouldn't have had any logic to it at all. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that you always take initiative. I think you enjoy it. And I'd be surprised if you, let's say you and Payton are getting into it and hooking up, or the first time you met or something. I'd be surprised if you wouldn't enjoy that same taking charge.
Okay.
Fucking throwing him against the wall, lifting the leg up. You know what I mean?
6'2".
And all muscle. And all muscle.
You just said throw a leg up.
But you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. That's
Oh,
one.
man.
That's one.
So I think that'd be my main reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you got to give me 2 more.
2 more?
You got to give me 2 more.
Shit, 2 more. Why I think you're a top?
Yeah.
Um.
Okay. So the first one was Theo. I think you're a top because you take initiative.
Yes.
You think about stereotypes of what like a bottom would be or what like a top would be.
Right.
That's why I gave you the example of like, oh, because you paint your toenail. I've seen you paint your toenail, which I've never painted my toenail.
Yeah, I was gonna say you never painted your.
No. But I'm
toenails,
using
ever,
that as like an example.
Yeah.
To guide you.
Painting it all. I've never seen Payton paint his toenails. Has Payton ever painted his toenails? I've never seen him paint his toenails.
No, Payton has never painted
Yeah,
his
I was gonna say he's like the funny thing is, we talked about this like 10 years ago. Remember, if I saw the two of you individually, I would never even think you guys are gay.
Okay.
That's kind of the irony, you know what I mean? Because with a lot of my gay friends, it sounds silly, but you can tell they're gay. It's obviously gay, the way they talk and act, right? And I mean that in a complimentary way. But with you guys, if I met you individually, I would never initially assume you're gay.
So then, does that would then translate probably into like the roles in the bedroom then too? Because if you're saying that you observe someone and you are like I can tell that they're gay, then you would probably in your mind immediately think what that they
Oh, that they're a bottom.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Correct.
So
Correct. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of my reason too.
yeah.
Yeah. I have gay friends. Samantha's, in love and volleyball league, very flamboyant gays. They're like instantly, it's obvious that they're gay. With with Theo and Payton, they, you can't really tell. You know what I'm talking about? And you know that.
For sure.
Like when you see him on the street or in the gym, you would never be like, okay, this is an obviously gay gentleman, right? And Payton is the same, and I think that gives me another reason to believe you wouldn't be on the bottom.
It's funny though because
what I'm
there are men that I have met who are flamboyant. They're flamboyant.
Well,
And
they're tops.
They're tops.
They're tops. Yeah.
That's why I'm so curious.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Yeah.
so curious to ask you the question to see where you
Yeah.
get. Because obviously, I'm not like with you at least. I don't feel like I am a flamboyant person. I'm just myself, and I feel like I'm myself with most people too.
100%.
But when I get around some gays and we're all like, "Hey, girl," and that kind of thing, like it comes out a little bit.
It comes
more.
out a bit more.
Yeah. But generally speaking, I feel like I'm just like an even kiln. You know what I mean? As far as it goes.
100%. Yeah, you never been over the top. And again, nothing that's wrong with that. That's great. It's just, but you as Theo.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all. No, you quite the opposite. It's
Yeah.
super fun, but you've never done. I've never seen you do like the stereotypical thing that people would associate with. Okay, he's clearly gay.
Like
The way-
twerking.
Yeah,
maybe?
dressing or like
Better
over
twerking.
the top, or you know what I mean, or
Yeah,
being
yeah.
I don't know what you call a super girl. I don't know what the words are, but I would never, if I didn't know you and I talked to you, I would never assume you're gay. Just like with other people, where right away they are. Right?
Okay, so I'm a top. Is that your final answer? You gave me two. I'll take the two.
Yeah, that's my final answer. Because look, here's another answer. If you're a bottom, we can be friends.
You're so stupid. You're so dumb.
But you know what? I'm gonna go a step further. I'm trying to picture it now visually. I'm trying to picture Payton on top of you.
Oh my God.
That's kind of tough, man. Because Payton is very. He's a big dude, like very muscular. What is he like?
He's
6'2".
6'2". That's why I was like, when you said flinging around, I was like, there's no
Yeah,
flinging around.
man.
I'm
I mean-
strong, but I mean, come on. I'm
Yeah,
not strong.
yeah, but Payton, it's tough, man, because you both are so manly. You know what I mean? And like,
All right.
fuck, Payton. Again, you answered a picture of Payton. He's the dude is like a model. Just all proportional muscle. I never seen him have a bad hair. Just a beautiful fucking like a model looking guy. Like
Okay,
he looks
damn.
like a Calvin
Calm
Klein.
down.
mother-
It sounds like you're hitting on my husband. Like, chill. I know
hey,
he's a very attractive man.
I can give credit where credit is due.
yeah.
But yeah, I gotta go with you being on top.
Okay, we can put an end to this right now.
All right, let's hear it.
You were right.
Yes,
I'm a top. You know me quite well, so you did a good job. You
Yes.
got it. You got it.
Whew, man, I was worried for a second.
Interesting, just hearing your thoughts and how you process.
I thought this
that
whole bit would
thing.
have a surprise element where you come at it, then you're like, you know what? I got to tell you, Mark, after 20 years, this whole time I was a bottom. I would have been like, oh, man.
People can change their minds and try different things. And now, like, when you can try different things, and if you can like it or not like it, or but you just stick to what you like.
And was it always like that?
It's always yes.
It was always like
It's
that.
always like that. Yeah. I mean, there's been times when I've been like, okay, well, there has to be something to this, right?
Right.
Because so many people enjoy it, and so you give it a shot, and you're like, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay where I am, But
I mean, if I was gay, I would have to be a top.
you think so?
Yeah, I can't picture myself, enjoying it, the other way around. But giving, of course, yeah. But again, I don't. I strongly assume I will be a top.
I feel like it's also this thing of like some people get off on pleasing others.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
More
Yeah,
than
you're right, yeah.
themselves. And so
Yeah, you're right, yep.
For me, I'm like,
Yeah.
we're gonna give this
there's
a go
hope.
and see how this goes. And
The show lives to have another episode. Since
yeah.
he's a top.
you got it right. You got it right.
This is awesome.
Right.
Oh, glad I passed this test.
Yes,
man.
I'm glad you passed the test too.
I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to hit me with something politics today. He hits me with who's top or what about it. Wow.
We try not to talk about politics too much because there's so much of it, and
It's all
we want to keep
noisy.
working together.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man. Okay, so now I have one for you since we're shooting the shits.
Okay.
What is it with gay people? You guys you guys have two things. Either you look top model or completely fucking miserably out of shape.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
No.
I know couples, man.
You're
They're
saying either you're
yeah,
super in shape or you're fat.
completely out of
No,
shape.
that's not true. There's
It is.
lots of people in
No,
the
there
middle.
isn't.
There's lots of people in the middle.
No,
Yes, there is.
no.
Take it from a gay man who knows. There's lots of people in the middle. Yes.
I feel like I never see gay people in the middle.
You don't spend enough time around gay people.
I do.
I mean,
spent a lot of years around.
if you're a member of the community, like I said, you see, it's like straight people. People come in all shapes and sizes, whatever.
What are you
It's the
talking
same
about?
with
When
gay
I,
people.
when I drive through West Hollywood on a Friday night, man, there's nothing but models or
That
non-models.
is a bold-faced lie. That is a
What?
lie, honey. Yes.
There's nothing but models or non-models, and there's like either
Okay,
ugh or
is
like
this
wow.
are you I don't know, like within like 200 you're talking about only within 200 like square feet of like the back room of a go-go boy? I'm like cuz then you'd be correct. Because then you would be correct. But otherwise no, like there it's all shapes and sizes. You have super muscular fit guys. You have people that are in the middle that are trying to like improve their fitness and maybe get to that level or just trying to maintain. And then you have people that are just like, I'm gonna live my life. I don't care that I'm gay. I don't have to fit this stereotype that people are tossing at me.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I always had many years ago the stereotype. I thought like if you're gay in LA, you gotta have a perfect body, otherwise the community will not accept you. Is there some
Now,
truth to
I
that?
mean, of course, there. It depends on what kind of community, what part of the community, you know, because there's different subgroups within the gay community. Like you have your twinks, you have your
What are twinks?
Twinks are like really like young, thin,
Oh yeah,
not like super,
yeah.
not like super built guys.
Right.
And then you have your bears, which big hairy men.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
what.
have,
Yeah.
Then you have your
the
you have
executive.
otters,
Yeah,
which are like otters are hairy, but
Yeah.
they're muscular, and then
Yeah.
all these different groups and labels, and it's almost too much. So it depends on who you're running around with. If you want to run around with those types of men, then you better try to put yourself in a
Yeah.
position to where you fit that mold.
Yeah.
But then there's just groups of friends that are more diversified than that, and it's like all types of people. So I mean.
Now, the next question I have for you is: when you see a man, what are the things that you're attracted to the most right away? Like, like is it a foot fetish, shoulder? Is it the
No.
chest? What is it like when you see like you're at a party? Let's say you're at some festival or a great pool party, and all these men are there, and they're all looking great in their speedos. What is it like that attracts you the first and foremost to a guy?
Well, I'm gonna answer that question, and then I'm gonna ask you the same question about what attracts you to women. For me, for a guy, like I like an attractive man. I like a pretty face.
Uh huh.
Um, but I will admit,
Oh. I love his personality.
the personality is what really seals the deal, right? No, I will admit I have been known to forgive like the face not being so beautiful
Oh, smack!
if
We're learning a
there
lot here
is
today.
a very nice beautiful ass. Like
Oh,
I love
you're an
like
ass person.
yes. And
Wow.
I'm not talking about these BBL butt lift fake butt.
Ugh,
I'm talking about like a
disgusting,
guy who clearly like squats and works his ass out, and it has like a
Oh.
nice shape to it and it's firm.
Oh.
And like those combinations together, and then like yes, of course, I just like somebody who I know. You look at them and you know that they take care of themselves. You know that they spend
Hygiene
time
and yeah, exactly.
hygiene.
Yeah,
They spend time in the gym, like that whole kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's very important to me because that's part of my lifestyle. And
100%.
so I'm not trying to. I mean, and not even a situation of I'm trying to date you, but like
Yeah.
I just want you to physically match what
100%.
I give to you. You know what I'm
But not
saying?
only that, but it also tells you their mindset. They value health. They value being in shape. The discipline of going to the gym. The discipline of taking care of yourself. It's not just the good body is a byproduct.
Yes.
It tells me a lot about you as a human being that you have that you care about things that matter. Listen, if your final hour comes, your final hour comes. But you going to the gym, having the discipline, caring about that tells me other things, aspects, that are outside of just physical
Your
results.
life has structure. Like you have
Exactly,
structure to
yeah,
your life,
exactly.
You're able to take care of yourself.
You care about your blood pressure, cholesterol. You value those things, because we know there's nothing but good coming from going to the gym, and it takes commitment, discipline, and character to keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're an ass person.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh. Do you care about feet at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I care about them in the sense of like I don't want you to have nasty ass crusty feet.
Okay.
Yes, but but I'm not like looking at some man's feet being like he has really nice feet. I want to get with him. I know you like feet.
Yeah, I have a huge foot fetish, and well, there's two kind of foot. Well, I like other things too. Obviously, face, the overall body, eyes, shoulders. I don't care about boob size. If you have,
Ooh, I know you don't care about boobs. But wait a minute before you keep going. I know. Okay, what was it about the ex who brought us together? By the way,
yeah.
all those years ago. What was it
22
about
years
the
ago.
ex that drew you to her?
Oh man, that's a tough question. We were both 20, super young, and just met, and
I know, but you like what you like.
yeah,
I mean, I feel like it changes as you get older.
it is. It
You're
is.
more
Yeah,
open as you get older.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, we were just young, super fun. Just that typical kind of relationship in your 20s where you, you you cherry pick all the good things. You know what I mean? And we did get along great, just like any other relationship. It starts great. You have the honeymoon stage, and a great time. We're young, us against the world, kind of a thing. And then as you get a little bit older and real life kicks in, you realize, the struggles and all that stuff. She was a Latina, so that's its own set of interesting intricacies, right?
I'm not. Listen, anybody. I dated a guy who was he was half Latino, but everybody that I speak to who's dated Latinos, like full Latino, they're like Latinos are fucking crazy. They like do that. She doesn't. She didn't seem crazy. She doesn't seem crazy. She just seems like, you know. I don't think I don't know that she ever brought that energy into the relationship. It was
No,
something
not
completely
really.
different,
No,
right?
agreed. Yeah, yeah. I think that a lot of it, with guys, I think it was more my issue. When you're 20 and then you get a little bit older, and you get into a relationship when you're very young, and then guys still are children at age 20. Women are way more mature. And I think that ultimately, I think that had more to do with it. Is like, oh, wait a second, I'm totally fucking not ready for a relationship, and the girl is. I think that's really then ultimately, I think the root of it all.
Okay.
But what was the question?
Um.
Oh, what do we care about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So feet, yeah. But see, there's two types of foot fetishes. There's like the Quentin Tarantino foot fetish. He just likes feet. Period.
Doesn't matter what they look like.
Doesn't matter what they look like. And if you look, a lot of the people in every movie, he shows feet.
That's so odd.
Yeah, if you notice in every movie, there's always close up of feet, right?
So many other good things on the body.
Yeah.
Feet.
And there was this famous thing that Howard Fine used to say, when women used to go to his auditions back in the day, when you did auditions more in person, they would always show up with open toe so that he could see the feet, because they knew he has a foot fetish. So when women used to show up for audition with sandals,
That's odd.
So if you remember from Dusk Till Dawn, you have the famous Salma Hayek putting the foot in his mouth and then pouring the wine before she turns into a vampire. In Kill Bill, you have the close-up of the feet as Uma Thurman is trying to wake up from the coma. In Inglourious Bastards, you have the close-up of Diane Kruger's feet. But I don't have a foot fetish. My feet have to look like a face, very pretty.
Okay.
The toes have to be proportional, the nails. So there's this famous story, I was on even Samantha knows this story. I was on a date in college, and I walked out on the girl when I saw her feet.
Okay, I was gonna. That was the question I was actually gonna ask you. I was like, because you don't know until you get.
Correct. Yeah.
What do you like?
Yeah.
Show me your feet before we go out. I gotta
wish
see your
I could
feet,
do that,
otherwise you're
yeah.
gonna waste your time.
Yeah, no, this is 1999 or
Yeah.
something like that, and we went to the Poorhouse. I'll never forget. It's this little burger place on Boylston Street, and this girl was so cute, and we met outside. We're all smoking cigarettes back then. We're like, oh, let's go for a burger. And it was kind of a date, you could tell. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll see you tonight at the Poorhouse, and that's where we students could get like drinks, even though we're not 21. We knew the waiters there. It was kind of cool. And sure enough, she showed up in those wedges.
Okay.
And which is weird because she had really nice fingers, and that's another thing I care about. If I see a chick with short nails or kind of like, or a foot, like Britney Spears has ugly feet. She had like those short nails that are kind of sausagey. What I'm talking about? Look up.
Oh, you mean the actual you mean the actual
yeah,
what do you call those?
Yeah, the toenail. When it's
toe.
super short and you
Okay,
have more
no
flesh
stubby
around it.
toenails.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, can't do that. And same on the fingers.
It's like a gummy smile.
No, I need to have nice nail beds, as you call them, but the feet are super important. And anyway, so we're at the date, and I was super stoked because when we walked up, I remember specifically, I'll never forget, I saw her having wedges. I was like, oh, as soon as we sit down, I'll see her feet.
You got excited.
I got super excited. And I was totally into this girl. She was super cute. And, I was 19 years old, and we're sitting there, and sure enough, I finally get to look at it. And she had exactly that, kind of like on the big toe, like this very short nail, I'm talking about,
Yeah.
that kind of looks more flesh around it, and kind of bumpy sausage, you know what I'm saying? And man, it just, it's hard to describe, Theo. Like that moment, everything changed. I could never look at her the same way. I'm sick. And and now I can tell, and this broke my heart. That's why I still remember to this day. I can tell how excited she was to be there. And
Oh.
and this is back in the day. You can smoke it, so we're smoking and talking. But I at this point have lost any romantic inclination towards her,
And all because of feet.
all because of the
All
feet.
because
Yeah.
of feet. But
And
I get
so,
it.
and so I made up this thing like again, like I'm gonna, we're going our own way at the end of the night. Da 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 da. And then it was kind of awkward because over the next week it was like clearly we were in a class together, and so it was like, oh, when we're gonna hang out, and I made it six. Eventually, she got the hint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She girls pick up on it, and
But she didn't know. She never found out why.
no, she never find out, and
You're
eventually
watching.
it just phased itself out, and I
Yeah.
felt so bad because what am I gonna do? I'd be like, hey, I want to talk to her openly, real quick. Look, I really like you. You're really cute, and I was so excited to go on a date with you. But when I saw your feet at the poorhouse, it ruined it for me. I can't say
So you
that.
just-
Are you
You
kidding
just never
me?
called her back.
No, yeah, it just kind of phased itself out, and but I remember, and I always use this story because one of my best friends, Adrian from Switzerland, he has the same foot fetish, and we need feet that are really beautiful, taken care of, proportional, nice toes, nice nails. If you don't have that, the rest, the breasts, the eyes, the personality doesn't matter. Yeah,
Wow. Okay. Damn.
I have issues.
Damn. You do have issues. Oh, okay. So let's push this a little bit because we talking about top and bottom sex, gay, straight, whatever. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of something called, or do you know what a gay handshake is?
A gay handshake. Oh boy, many things come to mind, but no, I'm not gonna
Well,
guess.
what comes to mind? Tell me. You said many things, so you got to give me at least one.
Well, the gay handshake, the first thing that I think of is when somebody shakes your hand and it's so soft that this hand is almost limp.
Oh,
I'm talking,
okay,
when we shake hands, sometimes gays, I don't know if that's a stereotype or not, but
It
they shake
is.
your hand and they barely fucking even touch it. It's so soft.
you're like a firm.
Yeah, I'm
handshake.
like, I'm normal, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like, hi, and I'm like, okay, it's okay, you can take my hand, man. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
Unless it's something really way different than I'm way off.
Okay. So when you meet someone for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and maybe whether it's a man or a woman doesn't matter. Supposedly, like if you're a man and you're meeting a woman, take this for the straight in the straight terms.
Uh-huh.
You don't stick your hand out to shake a women's hand. A woman has to present her hand to you in order to shake.
Right,
Have you
yeah,
heard
fair
that
enough.
before?
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So the gay handshake is not that because obviously it's like it's two men meeting for the first time. So the gay handshake is basically you meet somebody, you have sex with them. That is the gay handshake. That's the gay handshake. So
Okay. Nice to meet you, bang bang.
Exactly. Let's skip all this, and then after you're done, you're like, okay, what is your name? But
I told you I witnessed that myself when I was working at the Hair Lounge
Yes,
and at
yes.
the Abbey.
Yes.
I literally had no. This is not. I'm not making this up. People.
I know you're not.
People meeting while I'm making them drinks, going having sex, and then actually exchanging.
That is extreme to me. I mean, it's
Actually, no,
extreme.
I take that back.
Yeah.
They come for their drinks. They don't even talk. They're like, "Nice meeting you. See ya."
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that. I guess when you connect with somebody, you connect with
Hey.
somebody. I don't know,
Hey.
and so then you need to physically connect with them.
Hail to the gay lifestyle, man. I tell you, man. Straight guys can't do that.
But like, I asked you that question because
Gay handshake.
about the gay handshake because you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Uh-huh.
In the gay world, a lot of let's say for example, you have two best friends. They're like the closest people to you, and a lot of times in the gay world, those people have become your friends because you had the gay handshake with them when you first met them, and then a relationship builds. So you have a lot of gay relationships.
Gay handshake just means you had sex with him.
It means you've had sex with them, yes,
Oh.
and it ends up. Maybe you had sex with them and the sex wasn't good, but you thought they were cool. You liked their personality, and then you
Wanna be friends.
and then you become friends. So a lot of a lot of gay friendships started out with people having sex with each other, right?
Oh.
And so it's super common for someone's best friend or closest confidant to be someone they've hooked up with. So
Oh.
my question to you is, in the straight world, could you imagine, telling your girlfriend, "This is my bestie right here," and you've had sex, and
Yeah.
well, because there
Yeah.
are friendships out
Oh, they
there
are. Yeah.
where a guy and a girl are. And they're both straight,
Yep.
and they're really close friends, and a lot of times the partner of the other one of
Uh,
them is like, "That's not cool. I don't like that." But
yeah.
can you imagine if you like had sex with that person and you
Yeah.
maintain that relationship over the years, and you determine that, like, we don't want a physical relationship, but we really vibe with each other. She's like the male version of
Yeah, I
me,
don't think that happens much in the
female version
straight
of me. Excuse
world.
me.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so. Listen. I'm sure. Obviously, I know myself of many relationships. I even have a friend who, is friends with her ex, and they have a child together, and they're friendly and everything's good, and everybody's an adult. It's all good. But yeah, no, I never kind of. It just so worked out that I was always in a bad state of mind, and most of my life in LA was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So when any kind of relationship came to an end, I always made sure that sadly that bridge was burned.
Okay.
And I
I
rarely.
try to do the opposite, which is weird. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah, and shit. I now I yeah. Some of it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise, but I always live by the mantra: "May the bridges I burn light the way." And people tell you don't burn bridges. I tell you, burn some of them. The best thing you'll ever do. But why would you have one assholes in your life?
But maybe
But
they weren't. Maybe it just didn't work out because it just didn't work out. Not necessarily the person was an asshole. So then you could still like be cool with them and not necessarily burn that bridge, but just the relationship
oh
didn't
no,
work.
no,
You
no,
didn't
hundred
like each
percent. No,
other.
no. Make no mistake. Within that, there's many people that were and would have been great friends. I just ruined it. I just
Intentionally to burn the bridge.
indirectly, yeah, because
Okay.
I just I was just you know you know what I'm talking about. Being in LA the first 10 years, just for as fun as it's either super fun or super miserable.
Mm-hmm.
You're averaging $9 in your account, and we're getting evicted from place to place, and it's a big struggle here, man. Everything is you have to understand in LA, for you guys who don't live here, everything here costs twice. Everything is more expensive. Everything is harder. Gas is $6 instead of $3. Everything is just very expensive. It's very hard. And I was going from one waiter gig to the next, and so if there was a friendship to have had, for me, it was like everybody was kind of disposable to me, and I never valued like today until I kind of lost everything, friendships to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there probably would have been some great friendships to have, but I ruined them in the first place. And as I lost it all, and my relationship fell apart, and divorce, and broke, and bankrupt, and all that stuff, and had to rebuild from the ground up, and I did. But but um, but I kind of always thought the whole being friends with your ex was kind of weird to me anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because it puts your partner in a difficult situation of jealousy, uncomfortableness, and or uncomfort or discomfort, however you say it. And so I'm lucky. I just kind of never had that issue. I wouldn't like it, and that could be wrong or right. If Samantha had a best friend that she had a relationship with, would be weird to me. But I also get it. There's situations, like I said, like our other friend, they have a child together.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got to talk. And, look, we're older now, so everybody's an adult about it. But I'm just very lucky I kind of never found myself in that situation in the
Well, I
first
feel like
place. How about you?
I feel like I said, anytime I'm friends with. You remember I moved to Tampa. You
No, I
to
remember
Florida?
very well. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I
we
mean,
got to cover that story at some point. That's a great
That's
story,
where
dude.
that was.
Yeah.
I moved
That's
to
where he
Tampa
got
for a
Blue,
relationship. That's where I got my
the little
Blue.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, and that person, like,
Yeah.
I have no problem with that person, but I
Uh-huh.
feel like that person felt very much like, because I was there for almost a year, right? And then
Yeah.
it got
You
to
were
the point where I was
gone for
like,
a long time. Yeah.
I can't stay here anymore. I'm not happy here, and so I think maybe he harbored, hard feelings towards me because he felt like I
Mm.
left him. And I guess
Oh.
in a sense I did leave but it wasn't because of the relationship. It's just because I couldn't live in fucking Tampa, Florida. Like, come on. But
I
like,
love Florida, but
aside,
not Tampa to be
yeah.
fair. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, aside from that, like any of my other relationships that I've had in the past, I'm friends with those people. Like, it's not like I'm like calling them up and hanging out, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to know that they're well and doing well in life and that
Yeah.
they're okay. But I'm not like reaching out to them on like a regular basis to check in. But as far as like the reason why I brought this topic up is because within the gay community there are people that do have sex with their friends, right? And
Oh,
so it's
wow.
not so. You
But
know,
booty call, I mean, even
well,
straight people do
but
it, so to speak, I guess, right?
it's different in the sense of like there's a difference between like a friends with benefits
Uh-huh.
type of situation where you just hook up and you see each other maybe like once every few weeks, you have sex, you go about your business.
Right.
This is like we run around town together, we go to
Okay,
parties,
that's different,
we go
yeah.
to parties together,
Yeah,
but you're not
yeah.
in like a relationship.
Right.
You're not in a relationship. You're
Right,
just
right, right.
having sex.
Having sex,
And so you have to be in a certain frame of mind to be like to be okay with
But see,
that. and not
man
get
can do
pulled
that.
in.
Man
Yeah.
can do that because
Some of them can.
well,
Some of
generally,
them
I'm
can. Yeah,
stereotyping
yeah.
because for a man, sex can just be an act.
Yeah, 100. Yes,
Literally.
yes.
I mean, it's literally like freaking lifting this up. That's it. And a woman, again, I'm stereotyping. Generally,
Yeah.
there's some kind of emotional attachment.
Yeah.
For us, sex can be literally just like, oh, I took a pee. It's not, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there's straight
Gay
women
guys
out
have it
there
better.
too. Well, there's straight women out there too. I feel like that are they
Oh, no,
want to have
they're-
that freedom.
Yeah,
to
no,
like, kind
trust
of,
me. I mess.
But then they get labeled as something.
Well,
They get labeled as something.
well, and they are. I mean, no, I'm.
Come on now.
No,
I mean,
they are.
How is it fair for a guy to be able to do that and for a woman to not be able to do that?
It isn't fair, but that's the world. It's not
Oh,
fair.
come on now.
And by the way, just so we're clear, when I was in corporate, man, the behavior I've seen from some women, man, puts the by the way, women also say the reverse. They always call men dogs and stereotype men, and men are in general. Again, we're painting with a broad big brush here. But let me tell you something, man. The behavior, my own mother used to tell me, be careful, son, women can be worse than guys. And I've seen it when I was in corporate traveling, dude. Some behavior I've seen from fucking married women with children put us guys' behavior to shame.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you something, man. You want to see some real fucking whore behavior? I mean, dude, I thought guys were dirty dog animals, man. Some shit I've seen from women, man, was like, whoa. I mean, aren't you married with 2 kids and happily married?
Well, maybe again, we've talked about this.
Hey, I don't
in the
judge,
past before
you know.
too. You know, like people are now straight couples are now catching up with this whole idea of like being in an open relationship, and so maybe you see that and you don't know the circumstances of her relationship. You don't know what's going on in her life. So
No,
maybe
fair
she's
enough.
in an
Fair
open
enough.
relationship
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I've just seen it enough to know that women can be just as big of a dog as man. I've seen it.
It's that good old double standard.
Well, it's
I can't
incredibly
talk
double
today.
standard, yeah. And women, they also, well, like I said, it's a whole different beast. Women can use certain womanhood to advantages, men can't, and vice versa. You know what I mean? But women generally have it harder. That's a fact.
Right. All right. Well, guys, I'm wondering if I should ask you this before we go.
Let's hear it.
But maybe we can save it till the next time because I have a feeling you're going to really get into it. And we're
All right.
and
Next
we're
episode
gonna
it
run
is.
over.
This was a great
and I
episode,
don't wanna
man.
do
Some real deep conversation.
about a lot of gay stuff
Yeah, a lot of
today.
gay stuff. This is the gay episode.
This is the gay episode. The gay episode.
This is the gay episode. This will be known as the gay episode. Like Game of Thrones has the red wedding?
Yeah.
This will be the gay episode.
We'll do the straight episode next time, and I just won't be here. How about that?
So we discovered you're a top. You didn't let me down on that. That's very good. Oh, my
All right, guys.
God.
We want to thank you guys for joining us again today. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media, on TikTok, on Instagram at You're Not My Type Bro. If you have any questions or comments that you want to ask us, You're Not My Type Bro at gmail.com. And on Twitter, you can send us messages at YNMTV Show.
Stay on top.
Stay on top. Stay on top of. Leave comments. Leave comments. We want to get comments from you guys and respond to your comments. And we just want to know that you're enjoying the show and the content that we're presenting to you guys because we can only get better with your help, right?
No, we don't need their help. I love you guys.
We just want to know what you guys want to hear from us, and because we love to talk. So
Ask questions. We love
questions.
responding to your questions.
thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week. Bye.